Hello everyone, it's Priya here, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing some tips that can help you stay motivated when creating in your sketchbook, as well as how to have a creative practice and enjoy making art in your sketchbook. Now, I won't lie, creating art, whether in a sketchbook, on a sheet of paper, or on a canvas, can be intimidating. And when it comes to sketchbooks, it's not a single sheet of paper or one canvas, but an entire book, which can be very scary. Now, with regards to this, I will tell you that don't worry about the entire book. Just focus on one page. Focus on each page as you go along. That way, you don't have this fear of creating, you don't have this thought of finishing the book, but just creating that page that you're working on. So just remember that when you are creating. And another thing I just want to mention before I get into the tips is, remember, at the end of the day, it is your sketchbook. You can do whatever you want in that sketchbook. You can paint, you can draw, you can use different mediums. It's your sketchbook. You can choose whether you want to show anyone or you don't want to show anyone. It's a place for you to get creative, relax, and have fun, and just enjoy it. Don't worry about the finished piece, just enjoy your sketchbook. With that being said, let's get into the first tip. Tip number one, paint what you like and what you enjoy. Pick a subject that you like, something that you enjoy, and paint that, draw that, whatever it is that you want to create, draw that subject. That way, it'll keep you motivated to keep on creating because you're enjoying the subject that you're creating. You're not forced to create something that you don't like, you're creating something you like. So, it'll help you to constantly create. For example, I love animals and I love nature, so I paint and draw animals and landscapes. So do something that you love to do. Tip number two, remember to take your time. Now remember, there is no time limit on when you need to finish your sketchbook or when you need to finish a page in the sketchbook. So take your time, enjoy the creative process, enjoy making your art. Don't rush to fill the pages, and by taking your time, you'll feel so proud of yourself and how much you've improved. Especially when you go through the sketchbook later on, you will see your improvement. You won't see rush pages, but you'll see pages that you took time and effort on working on, and you've constantly grown as an artist. So it's very important for you to take your time, don't rush, because that'll show the beauty of your art. Tip number three, don't treat your sketchbook too precious. Now, I know, myself included, a lot of artists, we don't like to mess up a sketchbook. We want a sketchbook to be pristine and neat and tidy, and we just enjoy keeping a sketchbook clean. Now, remember, sketchbooks are not meant to be clean. I've learned this by completing many sketchbooks, that they're not meant to be clean, they're not meant to be kept neat and tidy, they're meant to get worked with. You need to work with the sketchbook, get messy with the sketchbook, paint, draw, use different mediums, create mixed media pieces, do whatever you want to, but mess each page, create on each page. Don't worry about keeping pages neat, keeping the book neat. It's your creative place. If a little bit of paint splatters on the cover, then either leave it or paint over the cover and paint something over the cover. It's entirely up to you. Don't feel too precious about the pages or the sketchbook. Just work in it because it's your place to let your artist come out and play, and it's your place to enjoy it and have fun with your art. So embrace all your art that you create in your sketchbook. Be proud of the good art that you find good and learn from the art that you're not too happy with. There's always something to learn with art, and that will really help you to not give up on creating in your sketchbook, because if it doesn't turn out the way you wanted, you can keep going and you can cover up the page if you don't like it. I do that many times. Tip number four, remember to try different things. Now, I don't have one specific style of painting, and I'm using myself as an example. I don't have one specific style. I constantly change my techniques. I constantly draw and paint with different mediums. I use different subject matters, and I'm constantly changing all the time. So try using a different art medium. So instead of using color pencil, use some watercolor, use some gouache or acrylics. Or if you are using an old technique that you've been using for a long time, experiment with new techniques and see what happens then. Or if you paint usually maybe only flowers, paint other animals, paint humans, paint, get proportions right, work on your perspective. Try drawing different things so that you can keep it fresh and keep everything exciting with your creativity, so you don't get bored of your art. You'll be excited to come to the page and basically come to your sketchbook and work. So that really helps a lot with you when you are creating with your artwork. Don't worry about perfection. Just create different things now and again so that you can feel that you are really, everything's fresh and you're getting a new perspective on things. You're not just the same thing repeating all the time, because even something that you love, over some time it can become boring. So to avoid that, try changing it up now and again with something different. It'll also help you to grow your art skills. Tip number 5: practice things that you have difficulty with. Now, if there's a specific subject matter that you have difficulty with, it's good that you can practice that in your sketchbook. Even though you may not like that topic or you may not like that subject matter, try to bring it into your sketchbooks. Try to incorporate a day or one session that you just work on that a little bit. That'll help you to grow your skills, and honestly, you may find that as you get better at drawing that specific subject, you may want to draw it more. So it's important to just take some time to just create something that you are not used to creating, or something that you have problems with, or it's a challenge for you, because this will help you improve your art skills over time. Tip number 6: make time for your art. Now, whenever you can, try to make time for your art, because it's very important to get your creativity out and let your inner artist play and give yourself time to just have fun with your art. Whether it's 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour a week, or whether it's every 2 weeks, or whether it's twice a week, find some time in your days or in your week that you can just spend creating and making art. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece, it doesn't have to be something that's going to take you hours to complete. Just a simple sketch, simple drawing, quick painting, quick doodle even. That's all that you need to keep yourself creating. So just remember to try to incorporate some time for your art. It'll really help you feel wonderful as an artist and let their creativity flow. And once you start creating, you'll see the creativity flow happening, and you'll honestly want to keep coming back, and you'll start making time more and more and more to create. Tip number 7: if you're having a hard time thinking of ideas, looking at some of the art of artists that you admire can really spark your creativity and inspire you to create. This can also help to motivate you to keep going, because you're looking at all these artists that you enjoy and you love looking at their artwork, and it really makes you want to create, and you feel like, I want to create like them. I want to improve my art. Maybe you just admire their art and you don't have that style of painting, but it helps to inspire you to create. So that's something to remember, to look at artists that you admire. Sometimes looking at their work can really spark your creativity, and then you'll feel like wanting to create, and that'll motivate you to keep creating. Tip number 8: the next thing that I can say that will really help to keep you motivated, and something that's very spontaneous and can really spark a lot of inspiration and get you to use your imagination a lot, are prompts. Prompts can be very helpful way to, or creative way to use your imagination, interpret the prompt in a way that you like, and create something fun out of it. So we have all these different months, like you have mermaid, you have watercolor month, you have Inktober. All of these months have these prompts which you follow a specific word on a specific day, and you use that and you create an artwork. Most artists all create different things, and it's so interesting to see different artists what they create. So try to do that. You don't have to fill a month where every day you're creating if you don't have the time. Just take some prompts from those prompts and then try to create it, or create your own prompt list and use that to create something. And you'll be surprised at what kind of art you get created, because it'll be so fun creating that artwork. So it really helps to, prompts can really help to get your creativity flowing, as well as your imagination. So you'll be able to really try to draw from imagination, because you're getting these prompts which are pushing you to create something different. So these are the tips that I have for you, and these are the tips that I've used in working in my sketchbooks, and it keeps me motivated. It helps me to get the creative flow that I need to keep creating in my sketchbook, and the motivation I need, the inspiration I need. These tips really help me, and it's what I've been using all these years. Try to incorporate some of these tips, if not all of them, into your art practice and see how your art process goes, how your creativity flows, and how you improve as an artist, because these tips can really help you to improve your skills and just get better and better and enjoy the process. It's very important to have a creative practice. You can build that by using some of these tips and working in your sketchbook. But you don't need to complete a sketchbook. If you don't want to, you don't have to. There's no rule that you have to complete a sketchbook. But if these help you to complete your sketchbook, it's such an amazing feeling paging through your sketchbook, flipping through the sketchbook, and looking at what art you've created and how much you've improved. And it'll just bring you back to those moments when you're creating. Even some memories will be attached to those paintings or drawings. So it's a wonderful feeling, and I hope that you will try that out with your creative process. So, with that, I hope that you'll grab your sketchbook and get creative. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below in the comment section on what you do to stay motivated when working in your sketchbook and creating in your sketchbook. Also, if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like and share button. It really helps the channel out. And if you'd like to see more art and art inspirational and sketchbook videos, then you could consider subscribing. Thank you again so much for watching. Until the next one. Bye.